All right, guys, welcome to episode 7 of Sweep the Pod. I am your host, Bret Ernst, here with my Robin, Dana Doot.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We're on episode 7, which is called The All Valley. My God, we are at the back 4. We're at the back tail end of the season now, and it's heating up. Things are heating up. I feel like the first 5-6 episodes are all just set up for these last 4. And
well, that's usually how seasons work, don't they, Dan? I'm just saying, with a season-long arc, they're setting up for.
I think it's even more of a tease for this show because we're so used to the Karate Kid, and it's so easy to just get all the nostalgia pouring out in the beginning.
Well,
these guys, they tease us.
I will say the way they handled the nostalgia was not gratuitous at all.
No.
It was pretty clever. I actually have comments on that. And we could start with the way they opened up on episode 7.
With what?
With Robby doing the washing with the techniques.
We're getting the wax on. And I don't know if you realize this, and I think this is true. It might not be true. In fact, I might make a phone call right now to confirm. But the music, the violin music montage.
No, it's exactly the same.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It's the same from the movie.
I made that note. Yeah, it's the same from the movie. Robby's doing the although they did add the stapler move, which I thought was pretty funny. And then I was going to say, he could have did the go get me coffee because he had him running errands.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was the same music. And it crescendoed to the whole thing.
Amazing.
It was great.
And Robby is about to throw in the towel, and we get the iconic, God, I love this part. And Daniel teaches him these moves, what they've all meant all along.
The waxing, the squeegeeing, pressing the stapler.
I don't think squeegee was one of the actual moves.
No, it was.
It's wax on, wax off, paint the fence.
No, he wasn't painting fences.
Oh, you're saying the new.
Robby was squeegeeing, and then he was using the stapler, and also the car jack. That was another move where he would use the car jack and then go down with it.
The reverse car jack move.
Yeah, so that was pretty creative, and it was is it homage or homage?
Well, it depends what your socioeconomic status is. For me,
it's homage.
It's homage. For you, it's definitely homage.
And then they kick in. Now we see Johnny training.
Turn that over. This is all part of the aesthetic of the podcast.
I'm sorry.
See the red? There we go.
And then we see Johnny training. And what I love, again, man, Johnny's making him flinch. And I have a joke about this, ironically. But go ahead. Were you going to add?
No, I just love it. He's making them punch each other in the face.
That's all right. So he asked, have any of you been punched in the face? And I personally had a joke, but I really feel this way. I don't trust any man that's never been punched in the face, ever. That lets me know you don't have a sports team. You don't have opinions.
Right.
Something happened and you ran. You know what I mean? Because I remember getting knocked out one time. I wasn't even doing anything. But I feel I would say every person should get punched in the face at least once. I think it changes attitudes, and it's a great life lesson.
As I've mentioned before, I've been in 2 altercations in my life. One was with Raja Shah in middle school, and one was my sucker punch in New York City. And I do remember getting sucker punched, thinking, after the first punch hit, being like, whoa, I just got punched in the face. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to, and then I just got pummeled. Boom, 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 boom.
Getting punched in the nose is way worse, even though it's the face.
Yeah.
Than just getting, stole. What we used to say, you get stole on, means like when you don't see it, you go, bam, somebody just hit you out of nowhere. That's what happened to you. It's just like a sucker punch.
I was kicked in the nose once, actually. I forgot there was a third fight that I was in. I was kicked in the nose.
Well, that's I could kick you in the nose from here. So
wow.
that must have been hard.
Anti-Semitism is rampant in this country.
What? Why? You think Jews are the only people with big noses?
And
Italians?
Right now,
we have big noses.
We are dealing with it on many fronts. I did not think I'd be dealing with it with my best friend in the world.
But I think that's such a great thing when he was shocked that nobody's ever been punched in the face
and
before.
Then he makes them punch each other in the face, which is great. And then we get to girl advice. Well, Miguel asks for girl advice from Johnny. And
wait, you said something which I think is getting back to getting punched in the face.
Yes.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
And first time I think I was 7 and I got punched in the face. But you know, people have that fear.
Yeah.
Or 8. I was 8. People have that fear. But once you hit in the face, it's like, it's nothing.
Yeah, but you also have a face and a head that looks like it looks like it looks like a cinder block.
Why can't we just have a conversation without you taking shots at me?
You have a head that looks like a cinder block. As I said, you're like a good
My coach used to say it was a hitter's brow.
You have a good look. You're like a good looking Frankenstein.
Well, not when I'm 8.
I don't know. I can't imagine that. I think you came out of the womb.
He called me a good looking Frankenstein.
Oh,
that's tremendous.
And I think that I feel like
you resemble to me. I told you, you look like Milhouse from The Simpsons.
Yeah, without
the glasses.
I also have dainty bones. I feel like
you have little bird bones. They're very hollow.
Yeah, they're and
dainty. I've seen you in the pool. You just float.
Yeah, it's true. Nothing can get me down. I've tried.
But it could also be that you don't have a soul. Okay. All right. So yeah, we go with Miguel and the girl. And I agree. See, I'm all in with Johnny's philosophies in life.
Yes, I know. I was thinking that. I'm like, I feel like Bret is talking right now. I like the dance they play, though, with the you don't take no for an answer with girls. And he's like, wait, but no me no. It's like, yeah, whatever with hooking up. But everything else, no.
Yeah. But I like, is she hot? That's all he kept asking. Not knowing he's talking about Samantha. And yeah, I like that.
So good.
Now Robby's bad friends come in. That's the next scene.
What's happening? You've been coughing so much. Have you started smoking cigarettes again?
No, I've just been up since 11 a.m.
You've got did you take your Zins?
Yes, I did. So Robby's friends come in.
Oh,
and
I guess he doesn't want his mom to know that he does Zins, everyone. Sometimes
Robby,
when I bring something up that Bret doesn't like, he goes right to the next topic.
They tell Robby they want to get the codes because they want to rob the auto dealership. And
the goons.
Yeah, his thugs, what was the term the kids used to use? His goons.
Did you let me ask you a question. When you were growing up, were you the goon or were you influenced by goons?
It doesn't work that way. You wouldn't know this, but it doesn't work that way. All your boys are your boys.
Yes, but there's some that are worse influences on you than others.
No, not you. I mean, unless you're the type of person that can be influenced.
Very easily influenced.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. They wanted him to rob their work. Again, I'm okay with that. I've robbed every place I've ever worked for.
Okay.
Did you ever steal from work? I had a question for you. Have you ever stolen from your job?
I mean, paper clips, printer paper.
But
Sharpies.
You never really had manual labor jobs.
No.
You were pretty pampered and taken care of.
Well, I've worked in a pet store for one day. I got fired.
You're like Adrian.
You can still steal from a white collar job. I stole from I stole supplies.
Paper clips.
What were you stealing? Like what was the biggest thing you stole?
I can't even. I robbed, like I said, I robbed every place I worked for. I've been working since I was 15 off the books.
Okay.
And I was a cook at Skyline Chili. And then
maybe don't mention the names of the places.
Why? It doesn't matter. There's no statute of limitations. I was 15. That was almost 40 years ago.
What were you stealing from Skyline Chili?
Food. I'd steal whatever I could. I always found a way to rob the place I worked for. I was a cook at Hooters. If I didn't steal, I didn't eat, and I'm not joking. I would kangaroo pouch my apron and then put the apron over it. So while I'm sorting food, I would just stick food in the apron, and then when I'd go to throw the garbage out, I'd have a cooler in my trunk, and then I'd put the food in the cooler. That's just one thing.
Sometimes you come on here and you make it like you were this orphan, like you were Oliver Twist.
I'm not trying to make it like I was Oliver Twist.
No food growing up, like you were nutritionally.
Well, how old do you think deficient. I was when I was doing this?
Well, you were probably 15.
No, I was 20.
You were 20, working at a Hooters, and you had no food money.
No, I worked as a bouncer at a nightclub.
You had money for chains and cologne, but not for food.
I didn't have money for that then. Yeah. Well, I mean, I did, but you don't listen. You're right about the socioeconomic thing, however you phrase that. But you've never missed a meal in your life.
That's not true. Occasionally, when I'm intermittent fasting. if I'm trying to trim up for a
I mean,
role.
do you want to hear the story or no?
Yeah.
Or should we just move on again and I got to pretend to be angry and walk out on you to scare you back?
Let's hear the story. But before you go, I just want to say you did answer the question of were you the goon or were you the person influenced by the goon? You were absolutely the goon. You just started with, I've robbed every place I've worked.
That's not a goon.
Did you rob anything from Cobra Kai? From working on Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
What did you steal?
I took the Auto Guy of the Month trophy.
Did you really?
Yeah. They know.
I love it. That's not stealing then.
Huh?
If they know, that's not stealing.
The way I said it was like, look, if that goes missing, is anybody going to care?
That's good. I really wanted to steal a bonsai.
But listen, what I'm trying to tell you, when your group of friends, everybody's the same person. Nobody has delegated roles.
That's not true. Have you seen Sex in the City? There's the Samantha. There's the Miranda. There's
Which one were you?
Carrie.
You were the whore.
I was definitely.
You
I was Carrie. I think I'm Carrie. I'm cool. Dun, 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 dun,
Is she
dun,
cool?
Dun, dun. Yeah, she's cool. She's a writer in the West Village. She's dating big.
Anyway, so go fuck the story then. Let's just keep going. All right. So now Miguel asks out Sam. She shot him down. Now, again, I don't agree with this technique either. He almost friend zoned himself. And, go, well, we could just go. It won't be romantic, which looked to be a bad mistake on my, if that, I would always, if Johnny were talking to him, be like, what are you doing?
Well, what would you do instead? If she says, no, I'm not in the mood, I'm not dating, what do you say?
This, all right.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Or, well, that's fine. I mean, I've had that conversation. I've been friend zoned before when I was younger in high school. And, you got to learn that lesson.
I have not been, because that's what roofies are for. We are sponsored by roofies, guys.
You're the real creep. In real life, you really are.
You left out a very important part of our the scene before, which is that Johnny sees in Black Belt magazine an ad for the All Valley tournament,
and then that's when he comes in, right?
Boom. So the All Valley tournament has been slipped to us, and this is very exciting. It's the first time that we've seen this, and
it's actually not, because it was in the Karate Kid.
In Cobra Kai, this is a fucking Cobra Kai rewatch podcast. It's the first time we've seen it in Cobra Kai. Bret.
All right, go ahead.
We also see Hawk's iconic tattoo.
Yes.
Badass.
Well, that's you skipped another part. Robby gets the code, which I really loved his technique in getting the code. I thought it was really smart. He's
taking reverse phone thing?
Yeah, he's taking pictures of the cars. Courtney catches him.
Yeah, not Courtney.
Amanda
LaRusso.
Hold on. Amanda. Amanda catches him.
Yeah.
And he, had a great answer, was calm, slick with it, got the code. I thought that was really, really clever, whoever wrote that.
He's so good. He convinces me, too, that he's like doing the right thing. I'm like, oh, cool. He's staying late to help file the cars. That piece of shit, he got me again.
And now we get into the dojo. Hawk reveals the tattoo.
He's so handsome, too, this Robby. He's so handsome.
Robby's a good-looking kid.
He's a very good-looking kid.
Yeah.
He's got a jawline. The thing is, he's also like one of these. It's very hard to be the pretty boy and also have like an intimidating bad boy thing.
I remember in season 1, because I worked with him a lot. We both did, but I was actually, busting his balls more.
Yeah.
But our trailers were right next to each other.
Yeah.
And I just remember what a polite, nice kid. He was just a really nice, polite. He seems so very grounded.
No chip on his shoulder.
Nothing.
Very like deferential, very respectful. Like he was raised well.
And I'll say this too. We didn't know it would be this big of a success.
Yeah.
Even when it was a big success, and the kid stayed the same. And I remember might have been season 4. After they wrapped, he got gifts for everybody.
Yeah.
And just a great kid, man. Anyways, they all were. I actually made a note of that in one of the episodes, how all the kids, it was such a cool, because you were on a kid's show.
I was.
And you worked with kids. Sometimes
Disney's Kicking It.
Kid actors are the worst.
The worst. The way they were great on Kicking It too. I haven't found one of these awful ones, but the awful ones end up all getting,
Well, when I was a younger Frankenstein, I was on Young and the Restless. That's where I started. And
were you on Young and the Restless?
Yeah, and there were some kids like around that they were like very kid actorish.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my first exposure.
Were you doing romantic scenes?
No, I was in coffee. I was basically a recurring extra that got under fives every now and then. And to the civilians, that's under 5 lines.
Okay.
So I played a waiter in the coffee shop, but I was always there. They would point, do the reactions, or I would be like, hey, you guys done? Like that's how I got my after card at the time.
You know, I can't imagine you doing a role where, because it's like, why would they want someone with such a deep, New Jersey Italian-y accent?
I don't have that.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
I do not. You should know. You grew up there.
You're so crazy.
I don't. I have mannerisms when I'm relaxed.
Dude, you have the
enthusiasms.
I love it, but you have the deepest.
I really don't.
Okay.
All right. Give me words to say and I'll prove it to you.
Literally every word you're saying.
Give me one word.
You're already saying them.
Give me one word.
Even the way you say.
Just give me a word.
Gabagool.
No, come on, for real.
Say gabagool.
No, give me a word.
Say gabagool.
That's how you say it. Give me a.
How do you say it?
That's like cartoony.
How do you say it?
Give me a word.
I just gave you.
Like a word that a New Yorker would say a certain way. Give me a word and I'll prove it to you.
Mozzarella.
No, that's you're naming Italian deli meats. That's not a New York, New Jersey accent.
Mortadella.
Come on, for real. Just give me a word.
Do you call it like mortadels? Do you have like a word, like a shortening?
No.
Coffee.
Okay. Coffee. See? You can't just, seriously, you're the worst comedy partner on the planet. I say coffee. I don't say coffee. I say Manhattan. I don't say Manhattan. I say dog. I don't say dog. Why did you say
I'm the worst comedy partner in the world?
Because you don't know how to give and take. You can't pick up on cues.
Okay.
You're really bad.
Wow.
That's why you should, I've worked with you in the past other than this show. We made a promise to not shit on each other, and we just end up shitting on each other. And I've come to the conclusion, this is our relationship. It's very toxic.
You know what?
We're boring people. Can we move on?
Okay. Cobra Kai is banned from the All Valley.
It's Gabagol.
Gabagol. Cobra Kai is banned from the All Valley.
It's
OMG. And in a very fun twist, Johnny's like, that's it. It's over. And Miguel's the one who says, no, we're Cobra Kai's. We never give up.
I like how in this scene, they're going back and forth. So Johnny starts giving him advice on women.
Never give up.
Right. And then he says we're banned. And then he's giving him advice.
Miguel's giving Johnny advice.
On how to behave and not punch people.
Oh, yeah. And how to keep your emotions in check.
Yeah. You have an 18-year-old or 16, I think, because what are they, juniors or sophomores?
Yeah.
Telling a grown man how to control his emotions. And it was a nice, beautiful moment.
It was a beautiful moment. The bonding between these two is it's so touching. And I really love it. It's very organic. On the other side, the other man-boy love side, we've got Daniel is teaching Robby how to do bonsais.
Yeah, and he goes in, he's clipping the bonsais, and Robby, he learns. I think this is the first time he starts.
You call it clipping the bonsais?
Well, that's whatever. He had the scissors.
I know it's weird because
snipping.
That's the word that you use for sex. Like, did you clip? So when you say clipping a bonsai, it's weird for me to hear that.
So here's my question: is this the first time? Because it seems like Robby brings up Miyagi, or is it inferred? Because I don't remember Daniel telling him about Miyagi.
No.
But then he says that your Mr. Miyagi teach you that or something. Like Robby brings it up, but I feel like this is the first time Robby's actually learning about Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
And Daniel's passing on the knowledge of the bonsai.
Yeah.
Now I had a question for you.
Yes.
So Daniel's talking about visualization. It brings him peace. What is your happy place? What's your bonsai tree?
Playing the piano. When I play the piano, I enter a peaceful state.
Okay.
What about you?
Porn.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't I don't know, man. I was trying to, cause I play the drums, but, I don't play it to relax.
Right.
I don't think I have that.
Really?
Yeah.
What about sports gambling?
No, that's not a peaceful. Let me tell you something. Even when you win, you feel awful.
I know. Because it's such a spike of adrenaline and
Yeah.
then down.
It's very bad.
I bet on the Super Bowl. That's my thing. That's the only
I
game.
know. I was with you.
You were with me.
I put your bet in.
You put my bet in.
Yeah. Remember we were sitting.
Not this last one.
No. The one before.
Yeah. That's the only thing I bet on. I bet a lot on this one and I won and it was glorious. But yes, there is a gross feeling after it.
I always tell people go to if you're in a area like in New York, I don't know if they still have off-track betting, but go to like a sports book if you're in Vegas or and just see the people there.
Oof.
And that's the biggest cure because you get to see your future. All right.
It is pretty gross. So it's dating time. It's date time. Miguel wants to go on what I thought was actually a really nice date. He wants to go to the observatory.
Now we see Johnny in his suit. He's getting ready. He's in his suit.
Oh, he's in a suit.
Miguel comes in. Johnny's dressing up. So it's the first time we've ever seen Johnny in a suit. And then Miguel tells Johnny not to punch them, to remind them.
It breaks my heart when I see him like trying to fit into normal society. Like,
and then he finds a briefcase and just carries an empty briefcase.
There's nothing in the briefcase. I mean, he's so endearing in his goofiness.
And but what I was gonna say, and then Johnny starts giving him advice on the date. Make a move, which I agree with that.
On a first date?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah. I learned the hard way, buddy. And I learned the hard way. I remember one time I took this girl out. I was 19. And I asked her, is it okay if I kiss her? And she goes, I wish you just would have went in for the kiss.
Mm.
And, you get that, you learn that at a young age by thinking that that's the way that they like. And it's, and they always go for the guys that they can't get. It's weird. I mean, it's young people thinking.
Yes.
But go for the move.
Go for the move, no matter what.
The moment has to be right.
Yeah.
You can't just,
That's true. Once the moment is there, you got to take it.
You got to go in. Because they'll give you the window, they'll let you know. And sometimes too, like after shows, women will put themselves in your space.
Yes.
They'll linger.
Yes, the linger.
Yeah, and then that's when you got to go. Because I'll tell you right now, when I got out of my divorce, I was killing it. Mm-hmm. And apparently, younger dudes aren't talking to girls, man.
They don't
know how to. They don't have any game. I think because they're always on the apps.
Yes, of course.
And then you need that OG advice.
Yes, you are. I think we're both pretty good.
Yeah,
with the ladies, respectful. But we have good game, like different game, very different game. That's why I think we're fun when we go out together because we are as different as can be, but we still have that confidence. Which honestly is also, if you're watching, if you're listening, fake it till you make it also. If you don't have it, if you don't feel it, I fake it till I make it sometimes. Yeah,
I really am removed.
You just have it.
I don't care.
You just don't have that part in your brain that gives a shit what other people think about you.
I mean, it's because of the trial and error process. Again, it could be because I was raised in an orphanage. No.
Do you have any lines? Do you have any lines?
I like to make them laugh, or I would do something. I mean, what? Give me an example. I can give you 10 examples of stuff I've done. Like one time, I'll give you one first, and then you can go.
Okay.
We were at I was at a car wash one time. This girl was beautiful. And you know how they sell greeting cards there?
Yeah.
And I bought a greeting card and I filled
normally take girls to a car wash?
No, it's just we're talking about approaching a girl.
Oh, this was out in the real world. Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
That's what we're talking about. But Thank you again for interrupting.
I was just not sure how the story was going.
No, you were trying to make a joke and you're not listening. So I can't even be serious with you. So anyways, I see this beautiful girl at the car wash and I went and purchased a greeting card, right? And I filled it out. I didn't know her.
Yeah.
Then I gave her the greeting card and I said, look, she opened it, she laughed and, got a number and we ended up clipping like a bonsai tree.
I was once at a restaurant in New York City, Cafe Gitan, sitting down with my friend Mike, and the most stunning girl walked into the place and I was so enamored by her. And she went and she sat down alone and kept looking at her watch and looking at the door and looking at her watch and looking at the door for about 10 minutes. And I was like, I need to do something. So I brought over the waiter and I wrote something on a napkin and I told the waiter to give her a glass of champagne and give her this note. And so waiter brought a glass of champagne for her, and she opened the note, which said, "Waiting is way more fun with champagne. Dan." And then she looked up, and I waved, and she came over to say thank you. She had a French accent, and I ended up going to Paris to visit her. We had a wonderful week in Paris.
Did you clip?
Kind of like your car wash story.
No, it kind of is.
No, it kind of is.
Here, I'll tell you something.
We did clip.
I'll tell you something.
We bonsai'd.
Man. So I had a buddy of mine that I'm not even going to tell you why he had the job, because then that's just going to open a whole door of jokes.
Okay. Yeah, the last thing we want is jokes on a comedic.
Well, he got released from prison.
Here we go.
And then, so when you get out, you got to get a job right away. So we had a friend of ours that had company. So basically, this guy was the midnight to like 9 a.m. guy, and there were a bunch of yachts that were there.
Okay.
And me and my friends, I'd have like 2 or 3 of my friends, we meet some girls, and then we would say, yeah, you want to come on my yacht? And they'd be like, you don't have a yacht. And I'd be like, all right. And we would drive down, and my buddy would be working, and then he would say, yeah, you're Mr. Ernst, it's over there. So we would party on people's yachts.
No way.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
Yeah, had a lot of fun. And those things, man, some of them, because when you walk on, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Because whichever one we can party on.
Right. And you have to pretend like it's your yacht.
Yeah, right. But there's pools. I mean, there's pools that we were at one, there was a friggin' stripper pole in a nightclub.
Wow. And
the only thing is we'd have to restock the bar, but they know when the guys are coming back.
Oh, fantastic.
So because they have to pull them out. So where we're at, so let's say you own a yacht, you call ahead and said, I'll be down, whatever. They gas it up, get it ready, and then they pull it from there. So nobody's coming in there.
So what would you say you did for a living when they were like, wow, how do you have this yacht?
Oh God, I can go on. I was running a nightclub at the time. Uh-huh. So I just told them I had a piece of a couple businesses, and
Yeah.
And by the way, the more vague it makes you look like you're shady.
Yes.
And
now we're teaching you how to lie to women
I used to tell strippers when I was in strip clubs that my buddy would tell him that he just got out. And that's like
catnip.
Yeah. That's like what's an aphrodisiac for them.
Have you ever picked up a girl from a strip club? Have you ever
yes.
like had sex with a stripper
yes.
from a strip club?
Yes. And the waitress.
I feel like that is a skill set that I just will never have.
Well, I zero in on the waitresses and bartenders.
At the strip club?
Yes.
Okay, so not the strip club.
No, I have.
That just seems like I don't think I have that game whatsoever.
Well, a couple of my friends ran some, so we would be there a lot.
Yeah. And
you get to know them. So
that's different. I'm saying like a one time you go in.
Yes.
Wow.
When I was 18.
Wow.
This place was called the Pink Pussycat. It was on the 17th Street Causeway in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And I was 18 and I was joking around with her, and she was like 19. And but wait, here's the funny part.
Yes.
So she gave me her number, but it was a payphone at like a hostel, and I was going to take her to a family. Wait,
it was a payphone?
A family
where?
function. I don't know, where she was staying, like a halfway house. Every time I called, another dude answered, and they were in the hallway. But that's the only number because they didn't have cell phones back then. Isn't that hilarious?
That's amazing. Back to the show. We're on our date. Miguel is on a date, and he wants to initially go on what I thought sounded like a wonderful date to the observatory, chocolate-covered strawberries. It's going to be nice. And Johnny's like, no, you're going mini golfing, which I think, I should have researched this, but that's also from the movie, right?
I'll kill you. Are you serious?
That's from the movie.
That's another callback.
That's
golf and
Karate
stuff.
Kid.
And I used to live over there. I used to pass that all the time when I in Ventura County.
Yeah.
You could see it. I've been there. I did videos there before I was on the show joking around.
Wow.
And it's a very famous place. And
it's still there?
Yeah. But you know what's crazy is, did you also notice there was a subtle thing there? Mm. So when Daniel went there with his date, obviously the car wasn't running. The mom picked him up. Nice car, Miss LaRusso. Sam's rolling in a Beamer because, she's cashed up.
Yeah.
And what we'll get later, well, they start talking about the Laker tickets. She has this privileged lifestyle when
Miguel is the new Daniel.
Is the new
he
Daniel.
He has the bike. He's like, I can pick you up on a bike.
Yeah. So now that brings us to the All Valley Committee. We see the kids on a date. Now we're in the All Valley Committee, and I thought it was funny. Johnny walked in. They tell him the AA meeting's down the hall.
Hilarious.
And he's sitting there, and we come to find out Daniel's the reason why he's banned.
Daniel LaRusso comes in, and it sounds like the whole board is on board with reinstating Cobra Kai, but LaRusso is making a stand.
Well, because they were like, why would they be banned from the 80s? And it's because of Daniel, which again, there are these subtle things of not letting high school go. I mean, really the whole dojo's bad. I mean, at this point, Kreese is dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Or so we believe.
Spoiler alert. But it's time to make his case. Now we get to the robbery, right? So LaRusso is getting robbed, but Bobby fights the assailants. He gets his ass kicked.
Is that what you call him, Bobby?
Did I say Bobby? Hey, Bobby.
You know what I loved?
Robby, yes.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Robby fights the assailants valiantly, and we think it's all over, but we realize he's got him on camera.
Here's what I love. I love that he said, what, you couldn't get the codes? And then he said, no, I won't. Stood his ground. Then all of a sudden he's realizing he's squeegeeing and he's
putting it all together.
That it's working. And he beats up the teen toughs.
Yeah, he does.
And then they end up getting him, but then he points to the camera. So
boom. Love that. What was it? And there was like a cool line. It was like, joke's on you. Now you see.
Wait, you think that's a cool line?
Someone sees you. I forgot what it was. He points to the camera and he's like,
bro, you sounded so creepy.
Nah, see you later.
Was that in your note? Someone sees you.
Look up.
Now we go back. Sam's playing basketball. I think this is when they bring up the
Lakers tickets or whatever. And he's
no. This is because the other one. Oh no, I think this is when they got the tickets. Remember when she bought the octopus? I wanted to bring something up there.
Oh, she gets the octopus. Yeah.
It was earlier. She got the octopus.
Yeah, and he hugs it, and they have a moment.
Did you ever try and this is things we used to do as a kid. We used to cheat skee ball. My brother would run up and just stick the balls in the middle. And you get all the tickets.
Yeah.
But you couldn't really all you could get is like a spider ring or like those Chinese, they used to call them the handcuffs.
Yes, the Chinese handcuffs.
Where you put your fingers in.
I don't know if you're allowed to even call them that anymore. That can't be woke anymore.
Well, that's what they were called.
I think now they're called Asian American finger.
But I always thought when I was a kid that's how they arrested them, that they're walking around with their fingers in them.
Yeah, why are they called Chinese handcuffs?
That's just what they used to say.
I know.
But they were like, you get like 4,000 tickets and you get an eraser. You know what I mean?
Yes. It did seem like the finances of it were off.
Now, have you been to a arcade lately?
Not really.
They're mostly where you win, like especially in Vegas, they all claw games.
Yeah.
Or all ticket games. It's not like, the video games that we had.
Yeah.
And when I tell you the prizes have been upgraded, bro.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
It's not like a dumb plush doll anymore?
No. It's like a PlayStation 5.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is real. Wow. I took my nieces. They had Barbie dolls, like real Barbie dolls, not the Temu version or the dollar store ones. Temu. It's like the prizes are amazing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Way to up your game. Video place.
Also, lawn ball, like you're going with what's his name? When she makes the comment when she hit the shot. The kid on the Lakers.
Kobe Bryant.
No. Lawn ball.
You're asking me for sports stuff?
Come on. The father, he tried to start his own sneaker. Anyways, whatever. We'll
LeBron James.
No, not LeBron.
Oh. And
now you see them in the photo booth, which is a callback to Karate Kid.
Callback to Karate Kid, yes.
And when him and Allie.
Yes.
Are in the photo booth.
Really cute, really fun. Photo booths have been upgraded. You know what I hate about the new fangled photo booths is like you got to put your email address in.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I thought about that the other day is when we had to develop photos.
Go to a photo mat.
Yeah. Now they're just in your phone.
Yeah.
But nobody ever sees them.
No.
So you're taking pictures that aren't developed. They're not in a photo album or nothing.
No.
And if you lose your phone, all those memories are gone.
That's it.
Oh, so now
This
Johnny.
is another episode of Old Dudes Railing Against Technology.
Well, we are old dudes.
I know. And we're railing against technology.
You're middle-aged.
I will fucking kill you. I'm 23 years old.
All right. So now I love how Johnny, when Daniel's bringing up Silver, Johnny goes, I don't know who the hell Silver is.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't him, it was Barnes.
Yeah.
But he has no idea, and Kreese is dead. So I guess he thinks Kreese is dead. Is he?
You know, it's funny. I didn't know who Silver was. I didn't remember, but it's like you're watching this and you're like, are they? It's so funny after watching the whole series to be like, oh my God, like all these little things that they're teasing.
And he calls his kids losers when he's giving the speech.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun.
Losers. And then he says misunderstood or whatever he changes it to. Yeah,
So
his
now
speech is wonderful. It's impassioned.
And then the guy's like, Cobra, that's a badass name.
That's a badass
Daniel's upset,
Do you know
he gets
that guy?
outvoted.
The black guy who plays the ref?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him personally, but
Like, have you interacted with him?
yeah.
I see him at the premiere.
At the premiere, I saw him.
And
We
I always
talked.
feel like when I see him, I'm like, is this one of the leads of the show that I don't know about? Because I feel like he's always way more, he's very swaggy.
Well, behind the scenes, it's like we're always in the dealership. And then I mean, except in this season, I'm at the house, I'm with the family.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are aspects we never even see or
We
meet.
just see them
we see them at the premiere.
Yeah.
And you know, if they'll watch the show, they'll come up, but we've never worked together, interacted.
He carries himself very prominently, I will say.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
All right, so now we're back on the date, and Sam makes the move. Sam straddles him.
She straddles.
Who took him down,
Look at this.
kissed him, straddled him, which I thought was a little demasculizing.
Okay, first of all, the word demasculizing. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize for the grammar on this show. Demasculizing is no substitute for emasculating.
Yes.
It is emasculating. But I think it's kind of fun. And also, he's been kind of cool the whole episode. He's kind of ribbing her a little bit. I think it's a fun little
Well, I mean, you know, he's trying to be cute. She just took him down and demasculized him. And, by the way, that's a callback. No, but you could tell Sam may be a little bit more experienced than Miguel. But and I don't mean in karate.
Oh, yeah.
I meant because the way she took him down, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying she might be a pro.
Yeah, might have had a little prior experience. Don't know. All right. So we go from now. Johnny's in. Johnny's in. They're at the dojo.
Johnny makes it. Miguel gets a kiss. Cobra Kai gets reinstated.
He's like, tell me you're the man. I'm the man. Are you the man? I'm the man. We're in. And Johnny gives him a shot.
Can we stop for a second and talk about this? I wonder if this is stuff that they could have just gotten away with when the show was on YouTube Premium and not Netflix stuff. You're feeding underage kids alcohol. There's a lot of drunk driving talk.
Right.
Like, how was it that were you not curious? Like, how are they able to get away with this for a show that's sort of geared towards kids as well as adults?
Well, you consider the other things that are on the air. That's like hilarious to think that that's something.
Go on.
That, is wrong.
What do you mean?
People are getting murdered on Netflix. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on. What's the one with the kids and the father where they're like a white trash family that's on TV? And
is this a documentary or is it?
No, it's a scripted series. It was pretty popular.
Shameless?
Yeah, Shameless.
Yeah, but Shameless is not a kid's show. Shameless
No,
was
but
on
they had the
Showtime.
younger kids doing fucked up shit on it.
I know, but this show is like, dude, most of our fans,
I
I'd
get
say
what you're saying.
Split 50-50 kids and like, it's like a PG-ish
It's
show.
an 80s throwback. That's exactly what it is.
I love that they're able to get away with it. I love that
I know you do.
there's allowed to be some drunk driving.
Well, let's think about when we were younger and what we were exposed to. It, not only in real life, but this is all a new I don't know why people think this is progress, right?
Right.
Because I always said this. When we were kids, we experienced entertainment from what our parents watched. So when you're young and they'd be like, all right, go to bed. right? But the sitcoms, all the comedies, they were all geared towards adults.
Yeah.
We watched it and we had to step it up in order to understand it.
Right.
You don't want to step it down. That's what I think is appealing about the show.
Right.
When you talk to people and you're on the road, you know, you meet people, what they love about it is the parents and the kids enjoy it, but it's got a little edge to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so popular.
Love it. Okay, some questions.
I love, yeah. We'll move
Questions from our huge fan base. Thank you for submitting the questions. Are you ready for year 2?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, more iconic date spot, golf and stuff or a tattoo parlor?
Iconic?
Yeah.
I mean, it's golf and stuff. I don't understand that question. Who wrote that one in? More iconic or more of appropriate?
We're not here to...
Because Miguel wanted to take her tasting chocolate and stuff.
I love that idea.
But then, you know,
I think
Aisha told him about golf and stuff, I think, right?
No, Johnny tells me.
Johnny told him. That's right. Johnny did. Great advice.
More iconic date spot, golf and stuff or a tattoo parlor?
Golf and stuff. Has to be. If we're going to stay consistent with the movie.
Fine, but in real life, if you went to a tattoo parlor and you got tattoos,
I like girls with tattoos. You?
I can take it or leave it.
Well, it's a very bold stance you took.
You know, in the Jewish religion, tattoos are not.
Yeah, I know you can't get buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Right.
I don't have them for different reasons.
What are your reasons?
All right, keep Cobra Kai banned or give Johnny a chance. I mean, whoever's writing this one in, what do you think?
I think that we should keep Cobra Kai banned.
You do?
Yeah, and I think the show should be over at episode 7. It just ends. Who had a better win, Miguel getting the kiss or Johnny getting Cobra Kai reinstated?
Johnny getting Cobra Kai reinstated.
Yeah, the poor guy hasn't had anything, and he hasn't had a win in decades.
Right.
This is his first win.
Last question. What's a bigger betrayal? Robby stealing the security code or Miguel keeping Sam a secret from Johnny? I bet these are kids writing these in, by the way.
Security code for sure.
We should start asking for their age.
Yeah. You got to put your age down.
Yeah, if you're going to write in, give us an age because these sound like kid questions.
No more of these 10 and under questions, losers.
But I don't want to respond in a way if it is a child because they're pretty basic.
Oh, I'm being told these were all sent in by a Make-A-Wish kid.
Oh.
Billy, we are sorry. We appreciate you writing in the questions. Good luck with the cystic fibrosis. And that is our episode. Thank you for joining us on Sweep the Pod, episode 7.
If you want to follow us, you can check out my tour schedule at Bret Comedy. That's the website, Bret Comedy.
How many T's?
1 T. BRET comedy.com.
And I am at Stand Up Dan for also tour dates and fun hijinks. And follow our podcast at Sweep the Pod.
Make sure you like and subscribe.